Okay, so I believe that COVID has changed the mergers and acquisitions market pretty significantly, and in particular within our sector. A number of sectors have been greatly affected by the COVID situation. There's some sectors that are thriving through it, but most of them have been affected substantially by it, and that's all businesses in most of these sectors. So what we're seeing is that where some business owners maybe weren't looking, or maybe weren't at the stage of looking to sell or exit their businesses, we are seeing that has the pace has, people have had to look because of the crisis at their businesses, and a number of these are looking at them from just a pure survival point of view, that an exit to a larger business is really the only choice that some of these companies have, because of the circumstances that we find ourselves in with the coronavirus. So I think that certainly changed it. So we're seeing more activity there, where when we've had contact from or made contact directly to sellers or potential business owners previously, they weren't interested in selling, they're now chasing us. So we're seeing a lot of activity where they're coming back, doesn't say, look, can we have a conversation? Where are you at? Well, the other key thing, so that as on the side of acquiring has been to our benefit or to our favour. But also where the difficulties or where the challenges are that the EBITDA multiples have reduced, because every business has been affected by it. So multiples have been affected. The multiples that were there pre-COVID are not there now in the marketplace, and they've affected our businesses that we own, where, if we were to sell exactly the same, we're in the same situation here, really. So they've gone down at least, I think, 25 to 30% as a minimum. What we're still getting is people have still got in their mindset pre-COVID valuations on multiples, on numbers that were only up to even the end of March. But of course, most companies or most businesses have done bugger all, nothing, zero pretty much, or during the last 3 months. So when you fast forward these numbers into this financial year, every single business is going to have a reduction because we've effectively lost 3 to 4 months of the year. Then it's a slow burner on the ramp up. So you can effectively almost rule out 5-6 months of this year. So people are still overvaluing their companies based on last year's numbers. But any credible buyer will want to know where you are today, because we have to factor in COVID and the effects that COVID's had on each of these businesses. So it's affected the multiples because they've gone down just because of it, which means the values of the companies have gone down, and the numbers. So in actual fact, we've seen people cotton on to this, and really the pennies drop, whereby it's in their interest to sell the businesses now, because you can basically take into account the figures up to the end of March, which is reasonable. But the longer this goes, any credible buyer is going to take into account the full effects, and that will have a negative effect on any valuation put on the business by a credible buyer. And how long that takes to come out, that is the unknown. So anyone looking to buy their business, it would make sense to do so sooner rather than later, in my opinion.